So in this live, I'm just going to show you how I fill up my Tailwind queue. My schedule. So on Tailwind, this is what it looks like. This is a bit painful, isn't it? Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Here's the schedule here. And mine recently, I'm only down to 95. So I need to fill it up again because I think I pin between 10 and 20 times a day. So 95 isn't going to last me very long. And I like to be scheduled a couple of months in advance. Yeah, about 6 weeks in advance. Also really hoping that you can hear me, but we'll test that afterwards. Okay, so what I do is I go to Pinterest and I pick one of, oh, go away, I don't want that. I pick one of my keywords, which could be Pinterest tips. Or, yeah, let's go with Pinterest tips. And then I click on the little, the Tailwind button. If you don't have Tailwind, this is obviously going to be completely irrelevant, but there will be similar options on things like Hootsuite and Buffer, but it's not going to be the same. And when you click on that, you'll get a new window, which looks like this. But it'll actually be bigger. So what I do is I make it really small and I just put it in the corner so I can't really see it. All you have to do is click that. It gives you the option to save for later or schedule now. But the clever thing is that if you do nothing and just keep pressing this, yeah, you can see that it's now changed to the next pin that you've clicked, and it automatically saves them later. So what I do is I pick one keyword at a time, save a load of pins, and then go to my drafts. Yeah, cool. And so you'll find that there's 64 to schedule here. And the reason I do one keyword at a time is because one keyword is going to relate to one board or a group of boards. So in this instance, it's all about blogging tips and various different blogging tips. So I've already set up lists for my group blogging boards and for my blogging boards. I'm sorry, this is really slow. So I'm just going to schedule all of them in one go to my group blogging boards. Goodness, there we go. And my blogging boards. Just double check what's in my blogging boards. I can't remember. Blogging tips, social media tips. Yes, fine. Okay, because I've got my own group board, which you're all welcome to join if you want. Yeah, so once you've got all your boards here, you can just literally click on schedule all drafts and it will fill up your schedule to the right over here. This is incredibly slow. It wouldn't normally be this slow, as you can see. This is painful. Yeah, hopefully that will schedule soon. And I basically just work through all of my keywords until I've scheduled, yeah, like I say, 150 to 200 pins. And that really depends on how many times you pin a day. If you only pin 3 times a day, then 200 is going to be way too much. You don't really want to pin too far in advance. It's nice to be able, because every 3 months I tend to have a big review of my Pinterest profile and get rid of boards that aren't serving me anymore, join new boards. And if you've scheduled too far in advance, then it means that you've kind of got a bit, it's kind of wasted. So how many have I got scheduled now? I've got 10 for today. I've got a lot scheduled basically. It'll say over here. Oh, wow, 1,700. Oh, yeah, okay. So that looks, the reason that's 1,700 is because I've scheduled to group boards. So obviously that multiplies. So it's not 1,700 pins, it's a pin to 1,700 boards, or a series of pins to 1,700 boards. But actually, when you look to number 9, you'll be able to see, page 9, you'll be able to see it's not that far in advance. Yeah, so it's like July. The last thing that I want to do is shuffle the queue, because where you pin in chunks of keywords, you'll have, if you don't shuffle the queue, you'll just have 2 or 3 days of only pinning one keyword. So you'll just only be pinning the exact same pins to various different boards. And that's just a bit, yeah, I mean, it's not ideal. So last thing I do is shuffle my queue. So the little message that comes up is that only unlocked pins will be shuffled. And that means that if you've locked a pin because you want it to go out on a certain day, that won't be shuffled. These pins here, which are smart loop pins, they won't be shuffled. So you don't have to worry about them. And that looks much better now because I've got a variety of pins going out every day. So there we go. I am scheduled up until, yeah, July 10th, I think it is, or a bit further. Can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not scheduled too far in advance. And that's the main thing. Cool. So that was a really quick live, which I'm hoping was helpful. I'm going to end it here and then watch it back and see if any of that made sense.